Come on, let's check it out. Let's check this out. Come on. Come on, you're gonna come with me? Come on, let's go. It'll make more sense later. It's gonna make more sense later. Let's just get this through here first. All right. I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna explain you everything in a second. It's all gonna make sense in a second, but this is gonna be a lot of fun. And my friend Richard Lord, thank you for the tip, because I did put I have a bungee holding my seat back here, which is good. Wow, that was not glamorous. So now I have a little time to talk. Anytime you ever see me and I go, you know, I'm being quiet, it's because I'm trying to get into the spot, into the launch, and I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety because sometimes I don't have it 100% figured out. But look here, if you know where I am, I'm actually technically I'm in between Port Reading and Carteret. This tributary actually splits the two towns, but I actually paddle a little bit up over here. This is a Prologis, Middlesex at Prologis Drive, and there's like a whole bunch of companies back here, but I was able to launch right here. You saw me. And the idea here is we're going to go straight down this tributary right into the Arthur Kill, and wait till you see what we're going to find when we hang a right over here. So let's get to it. This is where I launched, right here. So you can see the road is up here. A lot went into trying to figure this one out. And we're going to go right down here, and it's high tide, or it's almost, you can see the tide coming in. But let's get down there to the main event. This is going to be fun. So stick around for a minute or two. So I've mentioned this in other videos. If you download this app, I don't get anything from it. It's called Merlin. And if you just let it play, you can hear all these birds singing, and it identifies all of them. And it's really amazing. So what's that in front of us? Oh, so here's another spot. You know, I know we're in Jersey, but that looks like a crocodile. That is so weird. I'm getting away from that. Yeah, but that's something that would stop you dead. I think up in the distance I see a cormorant fishing. We're going towards the Arthur Kill, which is a very busy waterway. So I'm not playing around. I have my life jacket on. I have my pump, and I'm gonna just take it really easy. I'm not doing anything crazy, but look at that tugboat in front of us. Feel that's the wake from the, oh wow, look, just like a little landing here. Hey folks. And look up there, folks. We're now in the Arthur Kill. I'm gonna get away from these geese because they probably don't appreciate me being here. Sorry, didn't. Straighten up because of these wakes. Let's hit them perpendicular. Wow. I'm like at a loss of words here, just looking. All right. So look out ahead, my friend. What I wanted to show you was that, do you know what that is in front of us? That structure? There's two big ships, but right in front of me, there is a very large structure. It's made out of steel. And that is called, many of you probably know, but my friend, do you know, that is called the McMyler coal dumper. That was built in 1917, and it is an amazing piece of American industrial history. So let's see if we can get a closer look. Now I checked out the conditions today. Generally I would not get on the water out here if the wind was more than about 15 miles per hour. The report said it was about 8, although this feels like more than that. But what we did here is I didn't get on, we could have got on at the pier in Carteret, which would have been a lot of paddling down here. So I decided to scout that little spot. And now we can take our time and look at all these wonderful remnants without worrying about getting too tired. We can actually stop and portage and look around. I really love these little adventures here where you can actually, we're cutting through like an island here, 2 little paths, and there's so many birds here. As I walked around scouting this last week, I noticed that some of this, I believe, is considered like a wetland or a safe preserve. Look at this. This is like almost a perfect little port just to land here. And I'm going to do that just for fun. It looks so inviting. Actually, maybe I'll come back. Let me stop here for a second. This is a cool idea to get off here, but since we have the kayak, why not, instead of going through the brush, why don't we see how close we can get to the coal dumper? This is living. This is really living. There's some geese over here looking at me like they're so curious. I love talking to you. What is going on in the world today, friend? It is, you turn on you don't have to turn on anything, it just comes at you with all this information. But someone once told me, he said, I tell all my friends to stop watching the news because the news contrives to frighten you, to make you feel small and alone, to make you feel like your mind isn't your own. Now, isn't that timely? Whew. Well, so there's a really beautiful breeze here, and I am fighting the wind a little bit, but it feels great. But we are getting closer to the excuse me, we are getting closer to the McMyler coal dumper, and I want to show you that. It is really amazing. And I have to really, really pay attention here, but it is worth it. So let's get ready to go take a closer peek. Well, you and I are getting a really interesting peek at the McMyler coal dumper because we're in the water. So it's a different way of looking at it. Let's get closer to it. And you can see there's a ship here ported. I'm not sure. When I looked last week, there was nothing here. So are they using this still? I thought it was decommissioned in about the early 80s. Let's take a closer look. So the McMyler coal dumper could handle bringing the rail car right up from the train tracks right there on the land, bring it all the way up here to the coal dumper, and it could handle up to 100 tons of coal. It could take a whole cargo train rail car and flip it and process it. It's just an amazing piece of American ingenuity, showing the power of industrial America. And look at it here, just the craftsmanship. So let's take a look. It's 50 feet high. And you can see, you could drive the rail cars up here. They come, they get processed, they could flip them over, put them right into the ship, and the ship takes off, and what an amazing workmanship, craft, ingenuity. It's about, I think it's like 3:30 or 4 in the day, but it's already very, I don't know if I could do this at night. I'll probably be a little spooked. Well, look. What do you think? You want to go in? Definitely people have been in here. There's graffiti art everywhere. This is a little precarious here, to say the least. It's going to take it nice and easy. This ship on the left looks like it's seen some action. It's a wind here. This goes to show you how quick conditions can change in the water. Turn the corner and now there's this. I want to give you a better look. No one's home. Look at that anchor. You do not want to be under that when it drops. That is a big, big anchor. Let me point it out. Up there. But look at the McMyler right here. Let's give you a better look. You know what this reminds me of? If you ever go to, like Rockaway Beach or Coney Island, those old school roller coasters that had a great adventure, like Rolling Thunder, were made out of wood. The on-ramp, this kind of reminds you of that. I'm curious, do you ever get bothered coming on here?
No, mainly because there's no trespassing signs, and this is technically considered, I guess, part of the township.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that it's considered kind of like a park, but I've never had anybody really bother me back here.
There's like a kayak over there with a paddle. It doesn't look abandoned. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on here in this area. You see all the ships. There's some I'm going to show you. It looks abandoned. And then over here, it looks like there's like a a barge or a flat that has working equipment. It looks like generators on there, and so I don't know if they're taking the kayaks over there to do work. This place is really an enigma in my mind, but I feel, let's go look around some more. Wow, look at this. This is an abandoned ship, and sometimes they call these little things up top of a ship, they call it a crow's nest, but in this case, if you look up there, it is an actual nest, but it's from an osprey. And you can see the osprey is flying around, probably not happy I'm here, but I'm gonna take off. And I got a little pigeon friend over here on the stairs. You could see, they're like, hey, no rooms, we're full. But yeah, look at this. This is something else. I'm holding on here. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm making sure, as much fun as I'm having, I gotta really pay attention because the tide, but there's definitely things poking around here that could cause an issue. It's not the end of the world, but I don't want to get dunked in here because I got gear. But you prepare for it. But look at that. The osprey wants to make sure that nobody's messing with her turf or her babies. So let's keep looking around. Yeah, look at this. You remember in Jaws when they went looking for that man's boat that went missing and his head popped out? If this was any later in the night, I would freak out. This exactly reminds you of. Let's just take it easy. There's a boat speeding by up ahead that's going to cause a massive, pretty decent wake. Wow. And someone got to explain to me what's going on here. There's like a whole industry in here. Folks working, I'm going to see on the left. Get another look-see here. It says the SS Meow. Oh. It says the SS Meow Man, and there's a picture of looks like a cat or a Batman, Catman. So there's like a fella, it looks like a houseboat over there. I don't know the rules of the water. I don't want to come up on somebody. This is wild. I don't know what's going on back here. I'm going to go out and around. This is another world I'm not used to. All right, that tug sounds like it's running, or something's running. This is awesome. That boat says Coney Island on that tug. You can hear those. All right. I'm hearing. There's a lot of boats in here. I want to make sure I don't have a happy coincidence here. Let's get out of here. Look at this. Woo. I want you to see what I'm seeing. This is so wild. I gotta watch pulling the camera. I don't want to. Look at that. New York, New York, it says. You're in this nautical world in there, and then you get popped out here to nature again. You can see the McMyler up there. Get another view of the McMyler. You can hear the lovely Osprey in the background. Well, friends, what more can you ask for? This is, so far it's been so fantastic. Of course there's a jet flying over, but this has been just it's like being in a fun world, or like when we used to call it Great Adventure, or we used to go to a carnival. This is like an adult's carnival. But it's not over yet. I'm gonna see, can we go take a look at the McMyler? I think we can. The only thing that could stop us now is battery power, but I think we're all right. All right. I feel like I want to sing right now, like I'm on the Swanee River. I won't. Yeah, just hit something. Ooh. Let's go check out some of this place, but let's stash the kayak first, because we need the kayak. We do need it. Well, we could not have it, but I don't want to be without it. So let's get it to where it needs to go. Wow, this is unbelievable. Isn't this a marvel of industrial prowess that we built? It's still standing since 1917. But here we pulled off. We got her up high. It's beautiful out. Let's go ahead and see what we can explore here. Let's take a closer look at the McMyler. If you've ever been to the Coney Island or Rockaway Beach or the Rolling Thunder and Great Adventure, this is what it reminds you. If you can get on, it goes tick, 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 and you get all the way to the top, and you go down that big hill on the roller coaster. It's amazing. All right. I hope you feel like we're here together. It's pretty amazing. I gotta watch where I step, because that could be a No problem. So I was lucky enough to meet my friends here, Sam and Kevin. And Kevin has a Instagram photography page called, he'll tell us in a second. Hey folks, I caught up with you finally. Did you get some good pictures?
Yeah. I mean, like, I've always wanted to go up there, but I don't know how safe it is because it's kind of janky, but...
Yeah, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Eventually.
But it's really nice back there.
Yeah.
I suggest
beautiful.
it.
So it's Kevin and Sam, and I
Yeah.
actually already checked you out. I think, and tell us your page.
At Just Live Photography
All right.
_ So.
All right.
And my name is Sam, and I go by Sam X Josie on Instagram.
Awesome. So thanks for. I always love when folks come and talk, because sometimes people don't want it, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like it's a beautiful spot. So, and like I said before, nobody really bothers you over here, which is really nice if you just want to like film something or take pictures. So like,
It's beautiful
really
and so
nice.
quiet too.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun meeting these folks. That was Kevin and Sam. It's always great meeting people who enjoy the same types of things. It's kind of like having this right in your backyard. So that's interesting. So someone in the comments, you might know what's going on here as far as industrial and nautical work. There seems to be a lot going on. When we're talking, it looks like scrappers might come here. Like scrappers come and they may, take pieces of this steel and iron, sell it maybe. So, which makes me believe that the old McMyler may not be as sturdy anymore if people are taking pieces of it, but I don't know if that's true. So let's take a look. All right, so we're right at the base. And this is the 50-foot take a moment to take in some of the mechanical and architectural keep walking. So we'll go all the way to the end first. So realize when you're watching, I want you to have the perspective. Sometimes I don't show you everything. So to give you an idea where we came, you can see the kayak in the distance. And as I was talking about earlier, there's a bunch of folks. I mean, this is so interesting because this isn't what I would characterize as a marina that somebody, pleasure boaters are going, but evidently looks like people live over there or doing work. Oh, just got a sticker. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can see the contrast here. Yeah, here. You gotta be careful, you hit your face on one of these. You know, I always say if you don't have a tetanus shot. Oh man, I wanna climb this. Oh, I really wanna go up there. Oh, maybe for another video. But, I feel strong, but look at all this machinery, the engineering that went into this. Look at that ship. Now look right here, that's the end of the track. So the rail car, they would bring it right up here or there, maybe dump a rail car of coal, maybe 100 tons into the ship, and then take it right on out of here. And wherever it goes in the world, probably could have heated many of our homes back in the day. But you could see all the twisted metal. So what do you think? This is how they pulled, these pulleys pulled This is really, are you still with me, or did you turn around and go out the back door? No, don't leave. I need you with me. I want to make sure I don't fall into anything here, but it got dark in here. Some creative art here. Take a look. Imagine 1917 what this was like, all the way up to for 50 years or up to 1980. They were moving goods on rail cars, dumping them in here and getting them out. And whoo! Watch your step. Definitely watch your step, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow. Yeah. This was a good suggestion. Thank you. All right. Wow. I know many of you, and you might know what a lot of these parts are. What do they do? These are pulleys, these are machines. How did this all work? I know there's an excellent video on YouTube. It's like a model, a scale model of how this worked. I'll find a link, I'll send it to you folks to check it out. But this is really awesome. I feel like it's time to go, but I don't want to go. And I haven't run into anybody else but those fine people. We definitely have to watch our step. Let's keep walking. Let's see what else. No roof anymore. And just like that, we're outside again. Look at this corrugated metal. Oh. Like one of the storms probably peeled that up off like a sardine can lid. There's a lot of rebar here you don't see, you gotta watch out. Kayak's still there. That's a good sign. It's getting late. It's going into magic hour here. Oh, this is wonderful. So my idea of walking on here is I'm walking on the part that has double reinforcement, and I have this wrapped. Then I'm gonna move the case. See, like that ain't good. This is pretty amazing. I'm like a moth to a flame with this. Oh, feel that? like fire damage up here. What's in that box up there? Must have been where they did all the control, all the work with the cargo. This might be as far as they're gonna go. It seems pretty safe, but it's just not worth. It's really cool. It's not worth falling to your death over or getting maimed. So I'm gonna get off of here. So friend, thanks for coming out and enjoying this adventure. But I want to tell you with the bottom of my heart, please do not do these things if you don't feel comfortable. Everybody has their limit. Everybody has different skills. And what works for me may not work for you. And I see other people doing more courageous things because they feel comfortable. They might be more skilled, younger, have a heart of a lion, but that's fine. But I didn't feel comfortable going a little further. I saw that there were definitely, this thing is from 1917, so, but I think we had a lot of fun. So now the next adventure is going to be, where is the vehicle still parked where it's parked? Because it's parked in a corporate parking lot that I don't think anybody would mind, but they could tow it. But positive vibrations, we're going to say that is not going to happen. And our trusty kayak is still here, and somebody was kind enough to paint a lot of yellow paint, spray paint, to give people a heads up of where they might trip, which is, I don't know who did that, but it's smart. All right, and here's the old trusty Pungo. She's ready to go. Let's see how much of the high tide is left to get back up the tributary. Oh, it's a little tricky here getting out. Show you. Oh, I didn't think of this. How did I get in? Tide? So wow, the tide is coming and starting to go out again. Let's see. What can we do here? This might be a chance right here. Little hole. Oh. Oh. Lucked out. Because that corrugate metal would not be passable very easily. I don't really want to wreck this kayak. Well, you get another beautiful view. Let's go for it. Wow, look at that big boy out there. Remember in Animal House, I forgot the guy's name, but he had like a car that it kind of looks like this boat coming up with a mean face. Somebody, you know it. I'll remember it. wakes from that tug. I actually took a wrong turn. I might have to look. The tributary, I thought was right here. Maybe that's what the geese are telling me, you're going the wrong way. I was so excited earlier. I don't remember going through this, but, or maybe the tide was higher. I don't know. Gotta take it easy here. All right, we'll leave you. This is so amazing. These are cormorants. And I know I'm just in awe of them and I'm gonna leave, but I think they're so cool. If you know about these birds, their wings, they have to dry off their wings after they dive. Hey buddy, they're friendly to me. And this one here, all right. Oh, sorry gang. And let's go ahead and leave them alone. A great little beach here. Guess they're not very social today. This is gonna be us. That's this road, that's where we're pulling out. And that's where we're ending this trip. Well, we have a moment, the calm moment after a big adventure, a reflection point. And, you know, not much time goes by when I don't think about what this is all about. You know, why we're here, why we wake up every day. And I don't know the answer. But I know this brings me joy. A lot of other things, but this especially brings me joy. And it brings me joy for being out and discovering, but also sharing it with you. It gives me purpose. We could go on and talk about a lot more things, but I think we're gonna end a beautiful day here. And we timed the tide just about right because in probably about an hour more, this would not be passable. So this is the challenge. Here's where we get out. You could see where the tide had risen and now it's receded, but it's enough for us to get up and out. And see there in the back, we were all the way down there earlier today and now it's not passable. All right. I like to pull backwards because it's better better exercise for my knees. And one thing, whoa, stump here. One thing everybody knows what you need to do, especially when you're walking through this, check for ticks immediately. Probably take a shower. So if you're still here, now you saw the honeycomb hideout. This is the spot where the launch is. I don't really keep any of these secrets, but I think it's interesting to figure out where they are. And we're not in Union County, we are in Middlesex County, but still the same driving. Someone's pulling into the park where my car is. Well, oh, so here's another thing. I'm just looking in the street. There's a whole bunch of McDonald's garbage. It looks, someone just basically finished their food and threw it out the window. I'm like, no one does that anymore. I mean, in the 70s, you know, people, I don't know, they didn't think. But man, like people still doing that? I wonder what their house looks like. Whew, all right. So this is where I parked. I don't have a ticket, vehicle's still intact. It's a good day. There are no, I don't think anybody cares still. Like the guy's just parking here, it's not bothering anybody. So we're here, let's go get her going.